Well, let's take a little break now from all those stories about election outcomes to these stories. As inclement weather wreaks havoc throughout the country, authorities in the greater Oudtshoorn region are taking stock of damage caused by flooding there. The municipality says the town's infrastructure will likely require millions to repair. Newzroom Afrika's Nasiphi Same filed this report.
The toll on the town's infrastructure has been staggering, with several roads closed and bridges partially collapsed. This is the third occurrence of flooding in just over a year. The Greater Oudtshoorn local municipality mayor, Chris McPherson, says each flood chips away from the town's budget, stretching resources thin as the municipality struggles to repair and reinforce its vital arteries. McPherson says they are faced with the prospect of requesting financial aid once again.
And now suddenly you're faced with the same problem we've had. We've already, for the assistance of national and provincial government, spent 26 million just after the previous floods that we had. For us to rebuild all the roads, just to fix them, cost us more than 800 million, whereas our budget is a little bit over that. So it's impossible basically to think that you can fix all the roads. I think we already exceeded our budget in this regard. Luckily, the new budget starts with the beginning of July, so that we've made provision for extra funds within that budget. At this stage, we will keep the jock alive, not at the high alert that we are now, and then ensure that we are prepared beforehand so that we can, try and see if we cannot, minimize the damage that might be incurred.
The devastation extends beyond just infrastructure, as the Kango Wildlife Ranch grapples with the aftermath. With about 90 different species under its care, the ranch was forced on Wednesday to evacuate animals after the collapse of its boundary wall, which was built to avert flooding from the nearby river.
We had significant effect from the flood that came through here. We were notified at about 1:30 that water was coming down from the mountains, at which point we normally have about 3 hours to prepare, but we started with evacuations immediately and all went to plan. And then at 7 o'clock, pitch black darkness, our boundary wall collapsed and flooded our central park, and we continued with further evacuations. Those were far more rushed due to the volume of water, but we're happy to say that although they're not in their enclosures, they are safe and sound, and we're hoping to return them to their enclosures soon.
Mop-up and recovery operations are underway, although the extent of damage to both municipal infrastructure and the wildlife ranch remains unknown.
I think every time we feel a little bit of a drizzle, we all just cross fingers and toes. We're going to continue working in spite of weather predictions. We have contacted National Weather Service as well for more detailed feedback on rain and catchment areas. The structural integrity was all very much taken into mind, that we have this river flowing past us, but the sheer volume and height of water that came through here was significant, and we're thankful. Even though that wall collapsed, we're thankful we had it there. I think it still did its job for quite a lot of the time, but yeah, we'll need to be rebuilding a lot of preventative infrastructure.
After years of drought, dams are filled beyond capacity and no loss of life has been reported so far, so there seems to be a glimmer of hope amidst the chaos. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Nasiphi Same in Oudtshoorn.